Okay. You may be seated on a chair, on a cushion, or on the floor. Regardless of where you are seated at this point for the meditation, please try to sit comfortably. Keep your back upright but not too tight. If you have a medical condition, for not being able to do that, it should be fine. But for others, please try to keep your back upright. Hands resting wherever they are comfortable. You may put your right palm on the left palm, or you may rest your hands on your lap. Tongue on the roof of your mouth. Tongue on the roof of your mouth. What about eyes? You may keep your eyes closed if you are a beginner. But if you think that you can keep your eyes half open, it should be fine too, or having a soft gaze. Once again, sit comfortably, keep your back upright, hands resting wherever they are comfortable, tongue on the roof of your mouth. And the eyes, it depends on how you continue the meditation comfortably without getting distracted. You may keep your eyes closed if you are a beginner. Otherwise, you can keep your eyes half open or having a soft gaze. This is the first part of the breath meditation, a mini breath meditation. Second is you need to scan your body. How to scan the body and why to scan the body? We are scanning the body just to appreciate for the well-being we are having right now during this time in the retreat. If you are very sick, you cannot come here. So you have to appreciate for the well-being you maintaining physically, mentally, emotionally. In order to do that, you may get a sense of your body for some of the dimensions, size, weight, shape. Normally, people are very much concerned about their body image awareness during a week of time. But during this scanning the body, we are not going to look at that perspective in a way how we're going to create craving and clinging to the body. Rather, we are appreciative about the well-being that this body gives us mentally, physically, emotionally. Having scanned the body, we are moving on to relaxing the body, third part. How to relax the body? And why to relax the body? It is very important to have the body relaxed before moving on to the meditation. Any meditation, of course, we're starting with breath. If you have any painful parts of the body, unless otherwise it's not a part of a medical condition, it might be a problem because you might feel pain in meditation. So we may take a deep breath to relax the body. We can take a deep breath and breathe it out. If one deep breath didn't work to relax enough, we may go to 2 to 3 deep breaths as necessary. Whenever you are relaxed enough, then we are moving on to the actual part of the breath meditation. What is this actual part of the breath meditation? This is the point that we are going to watch different breaths. We have 3 breaths: long breath, short breath, and mixed breath. Mixed breath is something that you identify 60% of long breath, 40% short breath, vice versa. So let us say you are having a long breath now, a natural long breath, not that you are controlling your breath. Let's say you are naturally having a long breath. You are going to watch the arising of that long breath and the short time it is staying within you, staying part of that long breath, and then how that long breath goes away. Arising, staying, going away of the long breath. You are going to pay attention to these 3 things. After that, let's say you are having a short breath, you are also going to do the same thing. How is my short breath arising, staying for a moment of time, and how it goes away. In the next moment, you may have again short breath or long breath, you follow the same thing. Let us say you are having a mixed breath, where you don't identify this is exclusively a long breath or a short breath. You are going to understand that this is a mixed breath. So you are going to look at how is that mixed breath arising, how is it staying for a moment of time, how it goes away. In this way, you are going to pay attention to watch how your natural breaths arising, staying, and going away. Make sure that you have to finish watching one breath at one time. Don't try to focus on many breaths simultaneously. You need to finish watching the 3 moments of any breath before we proceed into the next breath. With this training of watching the breath, you are now moving on. As you move on, depending on your practice of meditation, you will go through, perhaps you may go through some distractions. These distractions are not limited to the whole. I think we don't hear any sound here. But maybe your mental stories, your perceptions, your thoughts, your memories may come up. They are coming to you because of your level of meditation. So it doesn't matter. Depending on our experience, we may go through such distractions. If you get distracted, don't worry, you just kindly, gently bring yourself back to the focus of this breath meditation, that is to watch the arising, staying, and going away moments of the breath. As you're getting calmer and calmer through this breath meditation, then we are switching on to clearing bad karma meditation. We are going to do a couple of things in this meditation. Number 1, how can I clear my bad karma if I don't know what they were? We have to be very careful because reflecting on bad karmas we may have done can create lots of emotional aspects. But today we are going to look at them wisely, not just with emotions. Now, reflect on your past actions, preferably the moments of unwholesome, akusala, thoughts, speech, or behavior. Don't judge any akusala you may have done, just observe. Also, you need to universalize, not to do it again, not to repeat again, but to understand that these akusalas, part of my human journey, my sentient being's journey. It can happen to anybody. Having understood, having figured out akusalas I may have done, now you are going to do 2 things. One is you are not simply regretful, you are going to have wise regret. This comes through hiri ottappa, moral shame and moral fear, Dhamma teachings. So you're going to do wise regret and self-forgiveness. You're going to forgive yourself. Or if somebody has harmed you, now there is lots of safety on your side. You are not anymore with that person, but still you can let that thing go. You need to also forgive yourself. So now what we're going to do, wise regret and self-forgiveness. How to do that? If feelings of regret or guilt arise, let them come gently and wisely. Then we're going to do something else. Let them begin to transform. Normally we didn't transform these regret, guilt stuff in our life. Every time when I feel regretful, I was carried away by my regret. I was carried away by my guilty feelings. But today, in this meditation of clearing bad karma, we're going to transform this regret into a wise regret, and the guilt as well, and also for the forgiveness and to see the clarity and to move forward. And silently say to yourself, I apologize to myself and to those affected by my thoughts, my words, and my actions. I commit to making right effort, samma vayama, to use my past unwholesomeness, akusala nature, as a path to grow. I will embrace a wholesome, kusala-based, compassionate future in my life. How can I do that? It will happen only when I practice right effort, samma vayama. We're going to bring in samma vayama as 4 firm aspirations to clear bad karma. Number 1, may I rise to stop akusala before they start. It's very challenging for us to respond to akusala rather than we react to akusala. But from today, you are going to rise to stop any akusala before they start. That means prevention. You don't have to remove if they are not existing anymore. You're going to prevent akusala situations. That's the first aspiration. Second, let us say that akusalas have already in your life that much. Then you are going to act on the removal of those akusalas that you may have done. You have to remove them. That's why what you call clearing bad karma. We have to clear them. It won't clear on its own. We have to do something for that. So we're going to determine that we're going to remove them. The third aspiration is about kusala, good side, also the fourth one. So, in the third aspiration, you are going to protect your kusalas, good qualities you already have. Let's say you are very patient, very metta kind of person, mudita kind of person, upeka kind of person, and you want to protect these qualities from akusala. You are such a good person, then you need to protect your character. There are a lot of challenges outside, and you are going to aspire that May I able to protect my kusalas that I already have in me. Finally, while I am protecting my good qualities in my life, if I don't grow in those good qualities, I'm not doing well in my practice. So I need to grow, maintain, develop, create more kusalas, new kusalas. If I was a little bit angry few years back, now I understand my mistake, and I know I have some metta. Why don't I cultivate more metta in my life? I need good energy for that. So I'm going to make an aspiration. May I grow in the kusalas that I already have. So once again, we are practicing breath meditation a little bit. To please keep the calmness, and then you reflected your past actions a little bit, and you understand this is a human journey in this life. Anybody can go through akusalas, but not to repeat it again, but to learn out of them. Then you're going to wisely regret, and you're going to self-forgive for you and others involved, and you're going to make 4 aspirations. They are samma vayama aspects. That means I'm trying my level best to stop any akusalas coming. I'm going to remove existing akusala. I'm going to create new kusala, good things. I'm going to protect my kusalas. How is it going to connect to clearing bad karma? When you are doing this way, you are more engaging in kusala experiences. That is how you're going to remove your akusalas. The more you engage in dana, sila, bhavana and kusala experiences, the more akusalas will be removed in your practice. Alright, so now let us keep practicing the meditation until 9:30.